it down, cracking it down. She know I'm sexy body, baby, you know I go crazy. She know that I'm sexy body, baby, you know I go crazy. She know she got a sexy body, baby, you know you make me go crazy.
What's going on, people? OG back here on the screen with another reaction and display video for you guys. Why do I have this on? We don't need those on. Now, here's another video of when we see 2K players not understanding the game and the defense, which will most likely potentially lead to defensive buffs in the future. Either it's going to come out like this. 2K either starts to teach people how their badges is working out, playing out, Intimidator, how it's all spanning out, or they kind of restructure the game in an easier way to where this same style still gets played out, you know, like the same mechanics still function the same, but it probably looks a little bit different on screen to help players see what's actually going on and react and respond to it properly. That's me giving them some gems. Hopefully they take that, you know, but let's get into this now. So we are going to talk about what we are seeing on the gameplay. This is a video of what the average new 2K player and 2K player that doesn't want to deal with learning the game will get frustrated by, or this will be their bailout to say the game is trash. This was the same thing that the other guy was talking about, and like I said, when I make these videos, I'm not throwing shots at none of them. All right, sometimes I'll be passionate, so it could come off like I'm being emotional, but that's just passion. You gotta understand the difference between passion and emotional. All right, emotional is kind of just when you're saying stuff that's just illogical, you know, and people kind of gotta read behind your words to know what you mean. Now, I can understand what somebody means, but we gotta be different, you know. We gotta know when we speaking properly or what we speaking about. Now let's get back into this. So 1 minute of clips that'll make you hate NBA 2K22. Do you see the title alone? Now there's always two sides to the world. We never could be mad at people that hate the game. We just gotta see, do they have real solid facts behind their hate? Are they showing continuous solid facts, research, and all this stuff behind their hate, or is it just coming off as emotion and just showing what's going wrong for them in the game? All right, now look, let's watch this, and I'm gonna break this down. So right here, this shot right here, a person may be mad about this shot, but what I want to tell you guys is this is an auto contest. Now, we're going to break this down. We're going to slow it down. See, people are just not allowing themselves to be tapped in enough to understand how this game works. Now, look at this point guard, right? He's a three-point shooter. He shoots. We know he shoots, right? This guy's over here. He's going to get drawn down into this guy, and then this guy's going to come up for the auto contest. We're going to see the auto contest come into play, right? Number two, that big man in the paint. Now, watch. I got to slow down. Now watch this. Watch how he gets to his position already. And remember, this game works on frames. A lot of people don't understand you're still playing a video game. And shots like these, if you're not contesting, listen, if you are not putting your finger on this Y button or triangle, PlayStation, whatever you're on, and running towards, using your left stick and running towards him and jumping to actually contest. Auto contest can contest, but remember, auto contests have percentages on if it's actually going to affect a person or not, depending on his badges. If he's a good player that can shoot, you know you don't want to just auto contest him. You know you want to get a real contest on him. You only want to auto contest when you're very, very close to the player and you know the auto contest is going to work. And sometimes it don't, depending on the percentages that's playing out in the game, the mathematics system that's going on behind scenes that we can't see. So this is why I always tell players to stack with defense. It's important to, because then you just avoid a lot of these crazy offensive plays that can take place. Now look at this. What did I tell you guys in my last video when I touched up on the guy who's saying Hall of Fame that, Hall of Fame? The space between two players is very important. Look at this space. Look at this gap of space. That's basically like 2 inches. Look at the 3-point line, right? We look at the white line and then we look at him. He's on the free throw line. So kind of try to picture and really imagine that space in real life. Don't people talk about how the 2K court is so small? It's not really that big. The rec court, the 5v5. People say it was bigger and live and stuff. See, I remember so much gems. I take the knowledge and info from everywhere. So understand, he's at the free throw line. Think about a real free throw line in real life, and then think about the 3-point line. Don't look at the 2K image and get thrown off by the animation, the image, because you're playing on a screen. Kind calculate that space in your mind. He's wide open. When he's shooting his shot, that fast little base 20, that fast shot, he's wide open right now. And he probably timed his shot better than, he timed his shot very well. And this guy's just coming up for the auto contest, which is not going to get contested if he has dead eye. You understand? It's a late contest. Watch this. Watch this. Look at the shot going up now. Now we're going to let it go by slowly because I got to show you guys animations. Look at how his hands are like this, down. All right? He's not contesting. So when we have to be a judge on somebody, was he playing good defense or not, we have to think like this. Okay, we know that this guy's hands is down by his animation, so we understand he's not pressing Y or holding his analog stick up to contest. He's not even holding his analog stick up. Listen, you can hold your left analog stick up on defense and you'll put a hand up and that'll make you go to a faster auto contest. He's not even doing that animation alone. His hands are down. So this is what, when the game 2K, the game itself gives you an automatic auto contest just because he's getting closer to the player. And if the player times his shot right, he's going to get the deadeye animation where it's going to get the little lean and it's contested, but he still greens. Why? Because he had the better space. He pulled his shot before you even got to him and you didn't even contest. Watch. Look at this. Auto contest. And he contests on the opposite side. Look at how the animation's playing out. And players will be like, oh, how did he make that? It's contested. This is when OG has to school everyone. Take a seat in the class. And now I'm going to show you why this is in the game now. Remember, 2K is trying to be like real life by making a basketball game based on real life. Here's the gems. Now, people complain about how tall 5'7"s. I think this guy's shorter, White Iverson. I think he's shorter than some of the 6-foot builds and the 5'9"s, and you know, he's probably around that height, something like that. But people complain about these players being shooters, dead-eye shooters, and people complain about those type of shots you see go down in 2K. Now watch this. Let's watch this. Whoa. Look at that contest. And look how that shot. Stop it. Stop it. Let me stop because that would have been thrown off. Regular people who are not NBA stars are doing the stuff NBA stars are doing. Or shooting these crazy. I used to shoot shots like that in people's eyes. It didn't matter if you jumped that close. Some people rather shoot because when you play in the park, and if you got a chopper, it's way better in real life because you got some people that's going to foul you and foul crazy playing park basketball. They don't know how to play proper defense. But trust and believe, shooting in players' eyes is way more natural in real life than you think it is. 2K can't even put that in the game. But they still going to make it to where if you can shoot, you're going to shoot. If you're getting these wide open shots, you're going to green it. But they can't put that in the game. They can't put this. Watch this intro. Look at this. Another contested shot. Look. Back up. And I can go more. Listen, this is a series. So I'm going to keep showing more and more and more contested 3-point shot clips. Crazy shots that's like, yo, that dropped. See, in real life, you'll be like, oh. In 2K, you'll be like, oh my God, they got that white. I know it because I sit and I go through it myself. This is how I learned the game. Now, you'll be like, oh, he made that, or that contested shot. You'll be like, oh, you won't be like, oh, good, that's crazy, you got the window. You won't be like that. You won't think of it that way. Like, oh, that was such a good shot because you got the window there. You won't give them that. And you won't say, oh, he didn't contest properly. He didn't contest properly. It's an auto contest. That's not, it's 2K, that's like a C grade contest. It's not an A grade contest where you actually jump. I jump and block player shots sometimes, 3-point shots with Intimidator Hall of Fame long arms. So I understand this. People don't understand how deep it gets into that. They don't look at each player's body. They think every player should be playing maximum defense, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It wouldn't be fair. So he gets that shot off. Boom. Y'all see that shot goes down? Not a bad shot. Because I know I'm jumping on that. Why? Because we know that's where the point guard wants to go, to the peak and shoot on these elbows. They're shooting on the same peak and the same elbows. Like, why didn't somebody create some new play to just defend against it and hold it down? Like, I don't get it. But listen, we're gonna go. Come on. I get it because they'll just pass around. It'll just be the split game. I understand it, but it's like there's more complexity you can go into and more like deepness. I feel like you can break it down and go more deep. Now watch this. This is another auto contest. Let's look at it. Let's watch this. He catches the ball. He gathers himself. Look at the player, man. Please, people, always look at the animation. Look at the player. Look how far away he is. We always want to look at space between the players. Now, I'm going to go, oh yeah, I actually have a short where I played great defense, and I'm going to show you the space between in this video. This is great. This is great. Now, look. Watch this. Auto contest. Are you serious? Are you serious? Look at this. Look at this. Look how his hands come down. That's how you know he's auto contesting. He didn't jump. His hands are coming back like this. That's a little, I'm running to you. And guess what badge always activates when you're late contesting Deadeye, and when you're playing against these shooters that know how to shoot? Look at these dudes, baby DeThilo. It looked like these cheesy dudes. Yeah, you came across the cheesy dudes. This is why people need to watch OG, so you can learn how to make sure you're already on point to this. This is what they're going for all game. So why aren't you preparing yourself to stop this? You're going back, playing regular defense, not realizing this is the same play they want to take literally probably like 15 times a game. Okay. Green. Automatic. Do I feel like he deserves that shot? Yes, he does. He has the badges for it. You're late contesting. You're not jumping. And I guarantee you this guy who's number 2 is small. So he probably has Intimidator bronze. Silver. You're not contesting him. And I guarantee it's probably bronze. Because they think that, oh, just... People think they should be able, just because they're in front of somebody, they should get it. No. You have to have certain badges as well. That all factors in. Let's watch, man. Let's watch. Let's watch. It's so much like, yo, this showed me like, yo, this is what most of the players are doing. They're not trying to learn. They're not trying to learn. Now, right here, I can understand this one. Boom. I can understand this one. This is a white. I can feel this one. But when we look at it again, it's another auto contest. This is why it's going in. Now, don't be mad at me. This is 2K's game. This is the RNG. This is how somebody can potentially hit a game winner. Think about it. Slow down. Slow down. Because some of y'all don't slow down and think about it. Think about if the game was tied up, right? And they needed one more shot to go in, right? It could go to overtime, but 2K still adds that other random generated play risk factor into the game, where there's percentages. It's probably I don't know the percentages, but it's probably a certain percentage to where he got the right percentage. You understand what I'm saying? Because he got the white to go in. It's still a video game. It's based off of numbers. It's not something that they just letting happen randomly and they're like, oh, we can't fix that. No. You understand? So that white can change the game, and oh, they can win the white. It creates that, how do I say, it still creates that balance into the game where random plays can go down. It could change the flow of the game. Players will still have to tighten up, like, oh, well, I gotta go contest him now because he's starting to make whites. Go press up on D then. Get a little bit closer. You can stop whites. Why do people feel like they can't stop whites? Whites happen still because players still have enough space. Look at this. 3-point shooter. We see he has the 3 ball in his name. He's set up. He's auto contesting. I guarantee you if he jumps, that's a miss. I always tell people this on shots like this. If you jump and do not let it auto contest, you're already running towards him. If you press Y and jump towards him. But some people get scared off that pump fake. No, you got to have a teammate come up and shade for you. Come up and help a little bit, and then you get back. That's how basketball is played sometimes. Now look, I tell people this all the time. Like, bro, if you... Hold on. Where we at? Yeah. If he runs and jumps right here, that's a stop. But he auto contests. You see the hand go up and raise. That's what I call a auto contest. Understand, that's just when you have your stick up. It's not really the greatest contest unless you're already close, and I will show you. Now, let's keep looking at more of his plays because it gets funnier. We'll just let this play out. Okay, now let's watch this last clip of this, and I made a video on this which you guys can go check out. Let's watch this. So he's going up. He gets a body contact animation, right? He's going up for a layup. Now, I don't know what he has on his build, but I know when you want to finish with these shots right here, grace under pressure is important because he's actually contesting you in this paint now. And he has an intimidator. No matter if silver, bronze, gold, he has an intimidator. And it's going to affect you depending on your timing. So if you don't time this good once you're getting in contact, you don't already have badges like Fearless Finisher. You got to watch this. Now look. He goes up, but he double pumps. See, players are trying to do this and not take self-accountability. That's an acrobat at that point. If you don't have acrobat on high, and if you don't know how to time your acrobats and do the double pump in the air, he just messed his own self up. I think he got scared because he's going up into a contact animation already, and he just double tapped X again and got mad about it. He thought this should have went in. He thought this should have went in. No, sir, you didn't time it. I have that happen to me many of times, not timing my acrobat properly or just going up and then you do it on accident. No, you have to have acrobat high in certain badges to have that finish. I made a video on it. Make sure y'all go check it out, man. We wrapping this up here. I just want to show you guys that a lot of these complaints, if people don't start to get hip to it, 2K is ultimately going to change their game again and keep making changes. But like I said, it's going into a flow where I feel like they're taking more control of it now, because they added in new badges, they added in seasons, they're not taking it out, they're not really responding to the community's hate at all. So new people getting logos, I feel like they just in their own little space right now, cool and doing what they doing, working on the next 2K. I feel like they got a little structure right now set up, and they like what they seen from their little seasons and everything. So hit the like button, subscribe.